Good evening. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Number 3, awards and recognition.
All right, I am super excited to start off our meetings with these recognitions, and we're going to start with teacher recognition first. Tonight we're recognizing 2 teachers in partnership with SCEA. Erica Watchter is a fantastic first grade teacher at Eastern Elementary. She's always willing to help other staff. Parents noted how quick Ms. Watchter is to respond to messages and how frequently she expresses her care and concern for children. Her positive attitude is always present, even on the toughest of days. Erica ensures that each of her students feels safe in her classroom. Elizabeth Willoughby is a kindergarten teacher at Creekside Elementary School who also received multiple nominations for this SCEA teacher recognition. Elizabeth is described as a caring, confident, and dedicated teacher. She's experienced and knows what each individual students need. She fights for her students and has a respectful rapport with them. Kindergartners at Creekside are lucky to have her as a teacher. And while these 2 teachers share in the fact that they are, as Mr. Kidwell would say, outstanding, they also happen to be They also happen to be sisters who come from a family dedicated to education, with both parents having retired from Scott County Schools. Congratulations to Erica and Elizabeth, and thank you to SCEA for making this recognition of their work possible. If you 2 wouldn't mind, come on up so we can celebrate you.
I thought I saw a familiar face walking up the steps, and I was like, well, what Mr. I in here for the morning?
Come on up.
Did I hear Marlene say take a picture? Come on.
I don't know if you know about those.
Did I hear it? Was it you? Thank you so much.
But wait, that's not all. We've also got student recognition. Across the nation this year, more than 1.5 million high school seniors entered the 2022 National Merit Scholarship Program by taking the preliminary SAT National Merit Scholarship qualifying test. Of these students, only the top 1% are named National Merit semifinalists. That is 1 in 15,000 students. Tonight, we are thrilled to recognize and congratulate 3 of these exceptional students. Bryce Liebenauer is a senior at Great Crossing High School who competes at high levels both on academic team and in esports. Megan Bradley is a senior at Scott County High School and was a 2021 Kentucky Governor Scholar. And Isaac Krebs is also a senior at Scott County High School, where he's been their 4-year member of both the football team and the band. Please join me in recognizing these standout students and National Merit semifinalists.
Smile for me and mom, okay?
Yes, and I have for you a Scott County Schools challenge morning. Shake. Thank you, everybody. Now, congratulations to you all, and we want to wish you all the best of luck as you move forward, because, as I understand it, there's a finalist competition coming up for you guys, right?
Yes.
All right. Best of luck to you. Best of luck to you. All right. That'll conclude our recognition.
Okay, all right, wonderful, thank you so much. Number 4, agenda approval. All in favor? Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Number 5, public comment. No public comment. Okay. Number 6, A through H, consent agenda items.
Move to approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Number 7, approve emergency certification items as listed 7A through 7B.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Number 8, approve booster paid assistant coaching position for Great Crossing High School. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Number 9, student achievement report. Hello, Misha.
Hey everybody. We just have a few things to report on today. We first of all just want to say how great of a time we had being able to present the data to you guys at our student achievement work session, and so we look forward to the action items that will come out of that. We are gearing up for Collab Day tomorrow with our staff, and so we're going to be, again, I'm going to sound like a broken record every time I come up here, because it's really important that we're clear that we're focusing on accelerated learning, PLCs, culture, and climate. And so what we're excited about for tomorrow is looking at the revision of curriculum maps. We have our PLCs that will be meeting to do some planning and moving forward, and then doing some culture and climate work with our guest presenter, Dr. Roger Cleveland. We also talked about in our student achievement report during the work session about the work we're doing with Mastery Connect to gauge the formative assessment work that's happening in the district. So as of now, where we are is that in English, we have 81% of our students across the district approaching or meeting mastery of standards. In math, 82% of our students. In science, 72%. And in social studies, 84%. Tomorrow, a lot of PLCs will continue the work of inputting some of their data of formative assessments. So we anticipate for those numbers to continue to climb, but we are very proud of the work that our students and staff are doing to see where kids are with their standards as of now. And then what we can look forward to next week is we are gearing up to push our career tech ed interest survey to our middle school and high school students. So that will be coming out next week. And really the purpose of that survey is to, number one, make sure that our students know and our families know what career tech options we offer at all of our schools, and also to gauge the interest that our students have so that we can ensure that we're providing the most authentic and engaging activities for them. Any questions for me?
Are you you're gonna send us that survey before it goes out?
Yes.
When will that be coming out, Misha? Is that,
The interest survey,
yeah,
it'll be out before by the end of next week.
no, okay, all right,
Mhm.
perfect, thank you.
Yeah, you're
Thank you
welcome.
so much.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. Number 10, approve memorandum of agreement for Community Action Council Head Start Grantee Program in Scott County Board of Education.
Move to approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Number 11, approve memorandum of agreement between Bluegrass Behavioral Sciences for Children and Scott County Board of Education.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Number 12, approve memorandum of agreement between Murray State University and Scott County Board of Education.
Second.
All in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries. Number 13, approve memorandum of agreement between Energy Management Consulting and Scott County Board of Education.
Second.
All in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries. Number 14, approve student-teacher agreement between Eastern Kentucky University and the Scott County Board of Education.
Second.
All in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries. Number 15, approve chair and drama club fees for Georgetown Middle School.
Second.
All in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries. Number 16, declare items for surplus.
Second.
All in favor? Those opposed? Motion passes. Number 17, approve bus purchases. Do I have a second? I'm sorry. Okay, all in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries. Sorry, Mike. There it is. It was glitching, I'm sorry. Number 18. Whoa. Yeah. Did you see that? Yeah. Number 18, approve the 2022 capital funds request.
Second.
All in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries. Yeah. Number 19, approve Regions Bank to serve as the board's paying agent for the Series 2021 refunding bond issue.
Move. Second.
All in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries. Number 20, approve current bills.
Move. Second.
All in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries. Number 22, right back at you. Superintendent report.
So, holy cow, you got there pretty quick. Before I get into anything, I just felt like we needed to, acknowledge that we lost one of our students to a car accident here recently, and Lemons Mill Elementary community. I just want to commend their staff for everything they did to really be there for their students and for that family. Nothing makes those kinds of situations any easier. But I do think there's comfort in surrounding yourselves with people that love you, and I just felt like I needed to acknowledge that. Our Scott County Schools thoughts and prayers are with the family, continue to be, and that's what I told Mom and Dad when I talked to them the other day. Strategic leadership. So for performance standard number 1, with strategic leadership, I just, sometimes I don't think that you all give yourselves enough credit for what you do as a board. And, we talked about bus purchases, and number 16 and 17. 16 is dealing with items for surplus. So one of those surplus items is a bus that was totaled, and we're taking some of the funds from that, rolling it into the $600,000 that you all allocated for bus purchases, so that we could make sure that we were able to purchase all the buses we need. But one of the things that is kind of a detail that gets lost in there is that we're moving forward with a plan of putting air conditioning on all of our buses. And there's a lot of different components as to why that makes sense. Some of it is you could argue student safety because of the time of the year. Early in the school year and late in the school year, where that makes a big difference. But then also too, it's the comfort for drivers for sure, as well as the safety for our drivers. So I just want to commend you all and thank you all for allowing us to go that direction and seeing the vision that is within that decision. Number 2, instructional leadership. So this, you all know about our student achievement work session where we really got to dig in a little bit to some of the data, and we understand that some of the data from our previous work session of the previous year was
You know, some of it is kind of what it is, and we understand that we're driving a lot of our work through the critical standards work that we're doing now. But I just really appreciated my time working with Robin, Neosha, and Renee as well as we prepared to share that information with the news media. For 3, cultural leadership, we finished up our final Teacher of the Year presentation. We did those as we could work them in, and we did Ann Mason. We did Ann Mason's Teacher of the Year presentation, and then we also had a National School Lunch Week, and district-wide staff were around serving at schools. I got to serve at Western Elementary. Diana, you were GMS, is that right?
GMS,
Yep.
yeah.
And it's just, sometimes, it's no different than sometimes it's nice to just find a kindergarten classroom and find a rocking chair and just sit there and get you a group of kids and read a book. It's just a really good experience and good moment. And it was really interesting to get to talk to the staff and what they're seeing as far as numbers of kids that they're serving and some of the issues that they're dealing with, because we're all dealing with supply shortage issues and how we're addressing those and getting through them. Biomedical Sciences at ECS, they had their white coat and stethoscope, I have a hard time saying that word, ceremony, and I was able to attend that, and that was a really interesting, really interesting time to ask some questions between the two, because they structured it this way. I think in the past they've done it after school and it was all one big group, and this time it was during school, and it was an AM and a PM group, so we had some time between where we really had a chance to just kind of talk through the biomedical sciences and what's going on there and things to come. And since then, we've been invited back a few times. Sometimes it's kind of off the cuff, so didn't have an opportunity to get there as quick, but definitely looking forward to more opportunities to be over there. Standard 4, Human Resources Leadership. You all are aware I've been working with our team and talking to you all, having little conversations about salary schedule work. So that continues. Today was our first Grow Your Own of the school year, and we had an interesting time. I jest, Paul. I jest. But we did. We had a really good time, and it had a good time. I got to sit with some teachers from Great Crossing High School, and it was, as I shared in the group, I said these kinds of experiences always make me feel stupid, because you get to hear how other people think, and you get to talk through things, and it's just interesting to see everybody else's point of view and perspective. And it was a great experience. Really appreciate it, and looking forward to next month. Managerial leadership on that one, Test to Stay, is off and running. And with Test to Stay, Dwayne and Colleen Rice at this point, and really Renee as well, because she's been communicating about that as well. They've kind of carried the water as we've transitioned into the implementation phase. And while our numbers are down and we haven't had quite as many participate as we had expected, the week before fall break, it doesn't change the fact that anybody that's able to participate in that is very thankful for it, and any days they can keep their kids from missing school, they appreciate it. Standard 6, Living Undivided. So myself, Deborah Reed, Neosha, Damon Stefanik, and Tabitha Housekeeper are participating in, it's a community-wide group essentially, put together kind of by Alonzo Allen. And Crossroads Church has been big into it, because they kind of developed this. Not the Crossroads Church here, but I think the Cincinnati division of that. It's not doesn't have a whole lot to do with religion necessarily. It's just community members coming together and just finding ways to relate. Is probably the best way to describe it at this point. The facilitators have done an excellent job of really making it feel like a safe environment for everybody to interact and not feel like they're going to say the wrong thing necessarily. So it's been a really good experience. And we've got people in there. We've got the mayor, the judge, sheriff, Chief Bossy. We've got people across the community that are involved in this. And again, if the worst thing that could come out of this would be just building relationships. At its least, I think that's what we'll see. It's just an opportunity to build more relationships within the community. And then last but not least, influential leadership. I had an opportunity to have lunch with President Jones, and we didn't we didn't set the world on fire necessarily with any of our conversation and thoughts, but it's clear that, you know, we definitely have an open line of communication moving forward. And then last but not least, I just want to tell you all I really appreciate the opportunity to be a part of KEDC. It's another education cooperative. I know we're in CKEC, and so yesterday I met at CKEC, and then after CKEC's meeting, about an hour after that, KEDC meets, and it's on just off Winchester Road as well, so it doesn't tie up a whole lot of time. But it's interesting because it's a different group. It's a larger co-op. It's the largest co-op in the state. So you've got players from CKEC as well as some of the others. So it's just interesting to hear sometimes some of the same topics and different approaches from different regions across the state. So I just wanted to say thank you for allowing us to participate in that cooperative, and that would conclude my superintendent's report.
All right, thank you very much. Number 22,
Motion to adjourn.
all in favor? Those opposed? Motion carries. Good night, everybody. Have a safe ride home.
I'll be a record.
Thank you.